be Drew #1 and not the BA Kid, because the BA Kid would finish what he started before.
Match starting early here. Joey B just eating punches from Cartagena. Sends him in right against the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, that cage is unforgiving.
We might have blood already.
Yes, we might.
Oh,
Of course.
This is disgusting. He's attacking a woman.
Gina Nicole jumping on the back of Chris Cartagena.
She heard his back was wet, and look, that's disgusting.
Cartagena throws her off with good reason. She has no business being in that ring, and she has no business attacking Chris at all. Joey B taking the wrestler in the corner, but it looks like he's setting Chris up for something. He runs at him. Oh!
With the muff stuff.
The drop toe holds right into the lower groinal region of Gina Nicole.
Fans chanting, "I see fun."
Chris now going to throw her around. Oh, jeez. Well, the fans getting a little bit more than what they paid for right there.
Hold on, I gotta pull my pants up.
Joey B taking advantage now with the boots to Chris Cartagena.
Well, you know, there's nothing more that Joey B hates than seeing a Spanish man putting his hands on a white woman's ass.
Excellent suplex by Joey B.
And now pointing to the sky for all those fallen wrestlers before him.
I'd rather not talk about it, I'd rather not endorse what that gesture means. I'd rather continue calling this match in the hopes that the wifebeaters get what's coming to them tonight.
A victory?
If the things go my way, absolutely not. Stiff chop by Chris Cartagena. Slaying into him, as you can see, Joey V busted open right there. He sends Joey into the cage again. Big drop kick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as this match progresses, things are going to get very crowded into that ring, and you're not going to see much technical wrestling, many drop kicks, many Luthez presses, as you see right there, as Chris Cartagena throws punches right into that lacerated forehead of Joey B. But what you will see later on is a whole lot of brawling, as you're seeing right now.
Oh, that's disgusting. He's biting him where he's bleeding. See, Joey B told me the only way you can take care of animals like the Latin Revolution and Chris Cartagena and that no good Italian Frank Scoleri is you gotta do like we do with the borders and put cages and fences up. You gotta cage them like an animal. Just look at this, choking them, biting blood. It's disgusting.
Joey looks worse for wear as he's getting choked with his own shirt.
As that fat idiot with the Depends Ian counts down, we have our first member coming into the cage besides these two. With the it's F from the wife beaters, Jay Reynolds. Things don't look so good for your buddy Cartagena now, does it?
Indeed they don't. If Cartagena can survive for another few minutes, he's going to have the advantage once again over the wife beaters. It's going to be a 2-on-2 match.
Yeah, that stopped real quick. Pulling him by the hair. See, Cartagena's got nowhere to go but down.
Well, of course, it's in perfect wife beater style to absolutely double team or bring the odds up against anybody.
Reynolds has got scissors.
I just took those scissors and stabbed Chris Cartagena right in the head. Ladies and gentlemen, when we promised you incredible action for Warriors of Wrestling, we did not say that it was going to be pretty. And as you will see, what's going on in this match, scissors and steel, the only thing that it can spell is violence. See Jay Reynolds setting him up. Kicks him in the stomach. Joey with a boot right to the face.
Surprised your racist ass didn't call it a mafia kick.
It's also known as the Yakuza kick, but I shall digress.
And what is Yakuza Japanese for?
Why don't you tell the people what it means and get yourself in trouble? I'm going to choose to call this match. Both wife beaters throw Chris Cartagena right into the cage.
I think your buddy's bleeding. Look, Joey's checking the bounceability of the ring, marching back and forth.
Oh, Cartagena is absolutely busted wide. He's busted open, and there is blood just squirting out of his head.
If it wasn't the scissors, it was the fence. They should pin this guy and end this match already.
Well, actually, if you want to look into the rules of war games, you cannot. There is no pins allowed. The only way you can win the match is once every member of the team has come out to the ring, everyone is entered in, and then whoever loses is the guy who's the first one to submit.
Tony Torres trying to get in the ring. Wife beater smart, holding the door. Didn't work too well for Jay Reynolds, did it?
Tony Torres smashes the cage door right into Jay Reynolds' head. And Tony Torres is now ready for a fight.
He's attacking the defenseless Joey B, who's been bleeding for the last 10 minutes.
Torres absolutely taking it to Joey. Goes right back into that cage. He could go cut him open again.
Yeah, typical of the Latin Revolution. See, he's wearing Dr. Spiel's t-shirt, 3 t-shirts that were giving out by the sponsoring chiropractor of Warriors of Wrestling. Disgusting.
As I said, the Latin Revolution and Chris Cartagena in full advantage right now. Now that the odds
Joey's
have evened up.
bleeding everywhere.
Joey B and Chris Cartagena are both bloody. As Tony Torres off of the middle rope with a drop kick to Joey B.
I think Reynolds has got some juice too coming out of his head.
Torres going up.
Can he count though? Sounds like a mixture of Spanish and grunt. These savages, these animalistic savages.
Throwing those punches.
It's a shame the wife beaters had to come to this to prove a point. This is disgusting.
We knew this wasn't going to be technical, and we knew this wasn't going to be professional wrestling. But the amount of violence in this match is absolutely sickening. Look at Chris. Look at his face. Look at Chris Cartagena. That man has blood everywhere. Suplex by Tony Torres.
Reynolds has got some, yeah, he's definitely busted open from his head. He's got some blood on his shirt. Cartagena looks like he just showed up at Joey's B's house and said, hey, I'm dating your daughter.
Here we go. Another member of the Wife Beaters coming to the ring.
I better hope it's not the BA Kid. Nope, it's Jason Cross.
Jason Cross.
Youngest member of the Wife Beaters. That'll do it for you. Youngest member of the Wife Beaters. Coming in, got a chip on his shoulder. Never quite got the break he deserved in wrestling due to, well, BS and politics, to be very frank. But don't worry, he'll go in there and he'll get the job done. Probably the most effective member on the Wife Beaters, as he is only about 22 years of age, and he's got a lot of blood and a lot of sweat to give off.
Ladies and gentlemen, my partner here said it the best that he could. Jason Cross, definitely with a chip on his shoulder. One of the most gifted performers that I have ever witnessed in that ring, and just has not been able to catch a break. So, of course, joining up with the Wife Beaters in very disgusting fashion. You can see they're setting Chris Cartagena up for something. And the camera cut away, but they hit domestic violence, which is their finishing move. That would end any match in any arena, but tonight, there's no win until every member of both teams come into the ring.
See, smart. Cross is choking Torres and raking his head against the cage here.
Well, choking and raking is probably the best thing that either of these guys can do, considering that you have to wear your
Nice double suplex. Wear him down. You're right. No, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but again, the Wife Beaters now showing their dominance.
You need to wear the guy down in order to make him quit at the end of the match.
So much talent in the ring, it's a shame that that it had to come to this savage, animalistic violence. It's just disgusting, you know what I mean? The Wife Beaters, they're not the most classy guys. They can handle a fight, but it's a shame that it had to come down to all this blood.
And there is plenty of blood, as you can see, as the camera gets right into the face of Chris Cartagena.
And Jason Cross going to work again. You know, like we said earlier, Cross is a very gifted guy, but he was working in a place where you basically have to blow the owner to get a good match, and Jason didn't really like the stench on his lips, so he always just did things his own way, but seems to be on top of the mountain now. Wouldn't you agree, Johnny Romano?
I would not say that he's on top of the mountain anywhere. The Wife Beaters will never be at the top of the mountain because they're a bunch of ignorant racists.
And let me ask you something. Who runs this country? White people. Who has the best jobs in this country? White people. When you commit a crime and it's okay, it's a white-collar crime or a white lie. And speaking of white, here comes Antonio Rivera, who does not speak a word of English. If you saw in his promo beforehand, he was speaking Spanish. So let me ask you a question. If we went over to where this man lived and we were speaking English, would we get a job?
Regardless of that, you don't need to be able to speak English in order to kick ass, and that's exactly what Rivera is doing.
Yeah, now, real easy to kick Joey B in the head where he's bleeding already. It's disgusting.
Now that everything is evened up, you can see the Latin Revolution really taking it to the Wife Beaters now.
I don't see how